hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goddess Gemini Gifts, the podcast where readings are for Geminis from a Gemini, but of course, we welcome all zodiac signs. Today's episode will be a Gemini versus air signs, Gemini Libra Aquarius love reading. This may or may not resonate. Please take what does and leave the rest for another person to claim, as this is a general Gemini collective and will not apply to all Geminis. That being said, let's go. So Gemini, I have a partnership as a mirror type reading for you, and that's what we're going to go with. Obviously, I have to cleanse the energy and the space as I do with all my readings. If you are listening via podcast, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. If you're watching me on YouTube, please consider subscribing. I will be doing more live podcasts. However, not all my podcast episodes will be live. And please leave a comment if this resonated. And I do appreciate your time, of course, as everybody's time is precious here. So with that being said, can we please cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space, please? Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse my energy and my space. Cleanse my energy and my space. Spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I ask you to join me in this reading today for our beautiful Gemini friends and the Gemini Libra Aquarius love interest they may have. Starting with Geminis, what do you see yourself in this connection with your air signs? What do you see yourself in this connection with the air signs? What do Geminis see themselves with the air signs? Please remember that this is podcast episode 22, I believe. Anyways, how does Gemini see their air sign partner? Okay. How does Gemini see the relationship with the air sign? How does what will strengthen the relationship between Gemini and their air sign partner? I heard, so this is love, da 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 da. All right. What will weaken the connection? All right. Next, we have the hopes, the Gemini you have in this connection. What is Gemini's fears in this connection with their air sign partner? And what is the Gemini's responsibility in this situation? What is the air sign partner's responsibility in this connection? And finally, this is what will happen. So what is the outcome, advice, whatever you want to call it, solution? All right. So Gemini, we have for you how you see yourself. All right. How do you see yourself? Gemini, you see yourself as the Six of Swords in reverse. So you're not going anywhere. Okay. How do you see your partner? You see your partner as the Six of Cups. So reminiscing on all the good times you have had. All right. So loving you, you're loving them. Everything's great. Okay. How do you see your relationship, however, is the King of Wands. So you do see your relationship as the ability to be independent and kind of like stand your ground. Some of you Geminis, if you are like a more divine kind of feminine energy, sometimes you do feel like you have to stand in your divine masculine a little bit too much. So some of you don't like that, okay? That's what it's showing me. That's what they're showing me. Next, we have the Page of Cups, and that will strengthen your relationship. So the Page of Cups is telling you having like romantic offerings with another person, said your person, might help keep the spark alive, okay? Next, we have the what will weaken the relationship? Two of Pentacles in reverse. So a lack of balance, a lack of equal give and take will obviously weaken your relationship, okay? What are your hopes? Your hopes is the world. So you hope that this continues on and leads to something wonderful. This also could be a Aquarius in the connection with you, Gemini. So you hope for this to go further, maybe with an Aquarius. That is possible. Your fears is the Chariot, and that is leaving the connection or them finding someone new or you, or just The connection maybe moving too quickly could also be a fear. For some of you, it's somebody with Cancerian energy that may be a fear in your connection. Next, you have what are your responsibilities in the connection? That is the Eight of Pentacles. So that is obviously being able to hold your own, being your own finances, your stability, whatever it relates to, could even be emotionality. You're responsible for your own well-being and you need to be more aware of that, okay? Not being codependent, too independent, but like interdependent / independent. Some of you may need to be more independent. Next, you have what is their responsibility? The Queen of Swords. That is telling me their responsibility is just be truthful with you on how they feel and have truth and clarity in their conversations with you, because without that, your connection does not go further the way you both appear currently want it to go. Finally, what is the possible outcome, solution, whatever? The Five of Swords. So I do see a little bit of mental conflict, and I do see somebody here in the background that is kind of speaking or yelling at a distance. So you may feel a little bit of distance at some point here, and somebody may be speaking in someone else's ear about something. So this is a warning. I'm not saying it will, but for some of you, you may already be able to resonate with that. I do see this person possibly being cut out in the background. That is causing conflict on this end. However, this could be your person talking in your ear. It could be you talking in their ear. I do see this as like a protection thing. So it is either you're getting distant, they're getting distant, or it's somebody else who's feeling distant in the situation, okay? And sometimes people get cut off. It just depends on who you are, how this relates to you, okay? So if this made sense, great. If not, I do apologize. This reading is not for you then. And thank you so much for listening or watching, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. I hope you have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, evening, night, whatever. And thank you so much. Have a good one. And Gemini, thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, I appreciate your time. Goodbye. Bye, 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 bye.